Royalty-free music, royalty-free music. Good evening. I couldn't wait to show what I made. I made this hobostove. I hope you can all hear me clearly. Very simple. IKEA. I think it's called Grundig. Kindig, I don't know. Something you put your cutlery inside, knives and forks and that kind of thing. And it's really cheap. It's metal, has a lot of holes in it. Quite durable. So snatched one up. I think it was, I live in the Netherlands, so it's euros. $3.99, I think, from the top of my head. And yeah, I made some legs on it, just bolts. They look rusty and crusty because I found them in a fireplace. And they fit and they work. And I don't know if you can see, the pot stand is kebab skewers, just folded around so they don't fall out. Really simple. And that's about it. Brought a kettle. Brought a mug. Let's make some tea. Alright, so before we get into making a fire, I just wanted to show you it up close. Really simple. This is the kebab skewers I was talking about. They don't come out, just a cross. Holds the pots in, even quite small ones. You can also on the inside see the bolts and the nuts and the washers, and on the underside. So yeah, this is a really simple construction. As I said before, I found these bolts in like a fireplace, outside fireplace. I found them, I tried them, they fit. So that's what I used. Apart from the thing from IKEA, I didn't spend any money on this. And now let's see how it works. Alright, so I've loaded it with wood and kindling. Every time I do a project with wood, I try to save as much of the shavings and wood chips and cut off pieces as possible, because that makes perfect kindling. Just keep it in a bag, keep it inside. Also old duct tape, I throw that in there, and it sticks and takes tiny sticks, and it's duct tape, so also really good kindling. So let's get on. I didn't make a hole in the side because I wanted to see if it's needed or how easy it would make things, and I can already see getting the lighter in. It doesn't matter. Alright. Gonna install myself. Sit down. Wait for this to catch on. That's, by the way, how I filmed myself. With the stone tool I was talking about, the phone stand. That burns happily. Luckily the grass is quite wet. You can see it a bit on the table. It's quite a lot of moisture in the air. See it shining. Ooh! Found some birch bark. Smells lovely. Burns great. And that just goes beautifully. Because of the legs, it's raised off the ground and it can suck up air from underneath. And because of the holes being all around it, if the wind is still, it has quite an even suction. Because it sucks in the air evenly up. And that is beautiful. Well, I'm just gonna enjoy this for a while and then put the kettle on, because this is beautiful. I'm really curious to see how it will react when I put the kettle on, because the kettle is big enough that it doesn't need the rings. It can just stand on the edge. So I'm curious how it goes. This is why, if you do wood projects, save the wood shavings, keep them in the back inside. Under your stairs, I don't know, inside warm and dry. And yeah, then you get this. I was quite worried about the grill, or whatever you want to call it, being a problem for the feeding of the fire, but doesn't seem to be the case. I think this is from one of my attempts to make a bow. Yeah, that is not becoming a bow. Now this is from attempting to make a bow. Huh. I might actually keep it and see if I can turn it into a handle of some sort. No, it's correct. Yeah. Oop, sorry. Don't make the fire angry. Bad things happen. At this point, this is just staring at a fire and with the camera on it, pointed at it. So I'll just get on with making the tea and see how it goes. Ooh. Oh wow. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but the metal is reacting to the heat immediately. Let's see how long this goes. you will see this in real time, because, well, maybe not. If it takes too long, I will speed it up, or just come back when it's cooking and tell you how long it took. Depends. Actually, it might be a good moment to talk about my last video. Yeah, I got a couple of reactions of people, and that's really nice. I really appreciate that. And yeah, oh, smoke. I didn't expect that people would be interested in things I do. But at first 2 people were, then 4, and 10, and grew and grew. And yeah, that's really cool. I'm really happy about that. But yeah, thanks. And another thing I wanted to say is, in my last video with the stone tools, I also wrote this in the description of that video, but don't know if people read that, is that I talked about a time scale of hundreds and thousands of years, while in actual fact the first tools, intentional tools, are way older. There's, for example, a find in Africa, older one, I think it's called, or that's maybe the name of the culture. I'm telling this from the top of my head. And they made stone tools 3.5 million years ago. So yeah, if you think about using stones as tools as opposed to us using stone tools, you would have to go even further back in time, because logically, before you go through the effort of turning stones into dedicated tools, you first have to know that certain kinds of stones and certain shapes of stones work well for certain jobs. So at first people probably used it whenever they could, whenever they found it. Then they might have started looking for them, and then they might have tried to alter them, and then making dedicated stones. And this spans a very long period of time. I'm not going to say any years, because I got that quite wrong in the last video. But yeah, really interesting to think about that, how enormously long ago there were already our ancestors doing little alterations to the world, not just living in it, but doing little alterations to the world. And I find that fascinating. And I think this goes way faster than I expected. This is amazing, actually, this hobostove. I must say, these things are very dry, because I'm really picky about keeping them inside. I always take it inside, although it has been standing here for a while now, I remember. But it will go inside and be fine. And that really helps. But I also chucked in some bigger pieces, so you've got some coals and some slower burning wood. And yeah, let's have a peek. Oh, that's boiling. Beautiful. I might just put on some extra stuff and just sit here and drinking tea. I will not film that, because then this video will turn into a whole documentary, and that's too much. That's too much. Actually, somebody pointed that out, that my videos are too long. I'm sorry to that one person. I tried to remember it, but I got carried away because of the fire. I hope you can forgive me. I forgot what your name is. I will look it up. That comment really made me smile. Oh, this is actually also from some kind of project. Damn. And we used quite a worse sawing technique back then. Improved a lot. So. All right. I think I've shown it working. I think I've showed how it works. I think I've shown how you can build it. I think I'm just gonna end the video here and enjoy this small fire. Good night, everyone. Sleep well if you watch this late at night, or have a good day. See you in the next one.